أعزائي المشاهدين، أهلا وسهلا بكم من جديد مع برنامجكم الأسبوعي برنامج إماراتي. كما عودناكم في كل أسبوع نستضيف لكم خيرة من دولة الإمارات. قصة نجاح أتتنا إلى الدولة منذ عام 2010. Miss Christina, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me today.
We are so lucky to be here with you in Ras Al Khaimah. Our team said to you, welcome in our program. And we would like to know about yourself. Who's Christina when she come to this country at the first time and what you are doing at this moment?
So my journey started in Berlin. I'm from Germany. I studied there finance and controlling. So my first part of my life was all about number cost analysis. And then by some unexpected turn, I had to step into creative director's shoes for an emergency project. And I spent all night to finalize that creative product. And I delivered on it. And that sparked a new interest for me, actually, for marketing and design. So I was blending these two skills together, financial and marketing and design. I was ringing the bell at NASDAQ in New York. And I had many great opportunities. And I'm here since 2010. This year I will always remember because that was the time when Burj Khalifa was inaugurated.
Let's talk about the European lady which she come to the desert and she want to feel comfortable in this country. How much time take from you that's until you say I can live here?
So the first thing when I stepped out of the airport, it was this unimaginable heat that struck me. But apart from that, I was so in awe because back then friends in Europe were talking about how forward-thinking this place was, how vibrant. And when I came here and saw it by myself in person, it was really another level of inspiring. So I'm very excited to be on the journey the UAE is on. It's an exciting adventure. And I just love this blend where the future is happening already now, but at the same time, it's rooted in rich traditions. And I love all the perks of living here, the sense of community, the safety, that all nations are tolerant to each other. So it makes a happy place to live in.
You say that's other inspiration that's happening to you, that what you hear before. What is it? What make you inspire here in this country?
That everything is possible. Because, UAE, I looked at the pictures, how UAE or Dubai was looking in 1972, and there was basically only the World Trade Center and some sandy roundabout, and then a few, decades later, you could not recognize it anymore. So for me, it was inconceivable that from sand dunes, you can do such a futuristic city. So it showed me how the leaders of UAE are very wise and forward-thinking and ambitious. So it just sparked in me, I felt, this is the ambition I want to align with. I want to have a place where I can grow and where no idea can be too big for me.
2017, take decision that I would like to be my own or independent and not need anybody to handling my things, right?
Yes, actually, I was never thinking about establishing a real estate company. Mm-hmm. So 2017, we started investing in properties and we were meeting a lot of agencies and agents. And there was quite a bit of frustrations, appointments missed, not accurate information. So we said to ourselves, why shouldn't we do our agency by ourselves, from investors for investors? Because we understand every aspect of having a real estate agency, of being a homeowner. So my favorite slogan is, I'm not the messenger and the typing center here for others. Mm-hmm. I understand every aspect of real estate. So I feel like I can tailor and protect both parties in the deal. So I think, that set off our journey. Quite unexpected and not planned.
Is it your character or your experience with the finance way that let you handling this company?
I think it's a mix of everything. I'm a very ambitious person. I always say I am in competition with myself, not with others. Mm-hmm. And of course, the business experience I gathered through the years, So I think it's a special mix I have, because in real estate, of course, you always have the finance aspect in every business. In every business, you also have the marketing. But what comes with, with real estate is also designing beautiful spaces. So I can just live my dream, actually.
When we start thinking deeply about real estate, so the passion start, we will find it in ourselves, and you find the passion with interior design also.
Yes.
How?
Yes. So as said before, I had to step in for an emergency project. That's actually, it was doing a magazine. So I never done a magazine. I did not even know how to do. So I Googled how to do, which software to use. Then I sent the magazine to a creative director, an independent one in Germany. I said, please, honest opinion, what do you think about it? And he said, it's amazing. I said, really? Because I really enjoyed doing it the whole night. So from, let's say, 2D graphic design, I could imagine already 3D design, of course, because when you're in the space, I thought like that my passion I can put in interior design. So that's how it all came about in all our holiday homes, because we also operate holiday homes. So we've been designing it all by ourselves.
EuroEstates, it's look like that you have a comfortable house for the European people.
No, it's not about employing people from Europe. It's maybe that mindset of reliability and accuracy we bring to the table, and transparency. So, and we wanted to convey where we come from, but that doesn't mean that I employ only people from Europe. Quite on the opposite, like we have from all nations.
We can feel the energy between you and your employees, all of them, or a couple of them, they are looking for us now, and they are so happy that we are with you. How you build this relation with them?
Yeah, it's like a true partnership. I always say we are like a football team, because if you listen to them and they listen to you, you can teach and learn from each other. And that's actually what makes you grow as a company. Because team, my favorite saying is, in a team, everyone achieves more. That's what team stands for. So nobody in my team is afraid to speak up or to challenge the status quo. Actually, I like to be challenged in the status quo, because I believe that having a perfect balance is quite a dead end in every business, because in the space beyond the balance is where unexpected growth happens. So I like to have that open dialogue with my employees or with my team members. So yes, I am the CEO of this company, but first and foremost, I'm a team member. So this is how I see myself.
And if we talk about the holiday home, the people who want to take a rest to their life, they need all kind of relaxation, we can say it, or hospitalities, everything. How you handle this thing for these people who come here?
So there also comes our philosophy in, which is, I call it the predictive thinking and proactive thinking. It starts already before the guest checks in, that we ask about their preferences, so we can give a personal touch to each stay, or to have a predictive maintenance. So we don't want to have some maintenance issue when the guest checks in. We do it all before he checks in, so they can have a peace of mind and have only great moments they can remember about us. So it's all about comfort and peace of mind and feeling really just like at home.
Can we know the love story with Ras Al Khaimah, how it's happened?
Ras Al Khaimah. So yeah, when 2010 I came here, I explored all the Emirates, and I was so in love when I first time came to Ras Al Khaimah. There was already Marjan Island, but nothing on it except 3 buildings, Bab al Bahr. But it felt like I can de-stress here in Ras Al Khaimah, so I just really fell in love. And there was no whisper about any developments further going on Ras Al Khaimah. But we just had that gut feeling. So that's why we established the company here. And yeah, I think we made the right move looking back at it now.
Our customer, he need many things. Always we want him to be relaxed and comfortable in his home. Maintenance, important in every house. Choosing the people who will handle it, also it's hard part, because our subcontractor or this sister company, we can call them, we cannot be all in one as one company. So how you choose these subcontractors?
Yes, so the subcontractors, of course, they need to have all the certification in place. They need to be sustainable, meaning paying their employees also on time. So everything, because we don't want to employ contractors who are not following the rules. We want quality on every level, and that also is regarding our contractors.
When you,
So maintenance, yes, that's a big topic, and it comes with real estate, of course. So that's why just recently, last year, we established our own new company in Dubai called EuroEstates Contracting and Designs. So we take care of flipping houses, villas, or just styling. So that's actually the passion we have and bring into real estate as well.
we're talking about 35 employees you have, right?
Yes.
How you choose them?
How I choose? Actually, many just send us CV. I don't need to write up that I have a vacancy. I think it's word of mouth. And then when we choose, you know, I first have just a natural conversation because I want to see from what mindset the person is coming, because it's not a big company and it needs to feel like you are a family member. So you need to be, let's say, on the same level and expectation. But of course, I assess them as well when it comes to their knowledge. But I also put a lot of investment into training people. So ongoing trainings are a must in our company because I want them to be knowledgeable and skilled, you know, on the same level as we are in the management.
After 2 years when launching the company, Corona hit us, and when Corona came, everyone started scared in the market. Real estate part, it was good for Corona was good for real estate part.
Yes,
you can say it,
yes,
right?
yes.
How it's supporting you?
So Corona, it has two sides of the story. So because everyone was scared in Corona, of course there were a lot of distressed sales happening. So if you are investing in real estate, that was just the right time to go on a big shopping spree, right? But of course, when it comes to business and closing rental deals and sales, that's where you just had to sit and wait like the rest of the world. So not much was happening there, and just some investments.
Sure, you was in Wall Street and you know the market in US. So Ben Bernanke, he say that's the opportunity we can find it in during the crisis, right?
Yes, always. So I think the biggest growth happens in the crisis, actually. You just need to pull through to see your vision, and then the biggest changes happen. So I think this is, you need to stick to your vision. That's, persistence is key here.
After Corona, we shift for digital world or digital age, we can say. This digital age, it's have to be our platform, our online skills, or our online shop, and also even your business card. Maybe I think the last from the old, even you have digital way, right?
Yes, yes. But I must say we already had digital and good tech before. It's just that Corona made it so obvious and even more accelerated the shift to working from home. There were coming up new trends. Of course, before people were also already working from home, and there was the Web 2.0, now it's Web 3.0, but it accelerated all the development, so to speak, just as artificial intelligence is right now.
Let's talk about His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid. He mentioned in his book, it's hard to be number one, but the hardest to stay on the same level. How you can be always sustainable in your position in the market.
Yes, I can totally feel what he said. And I have a favorite saying when we are doing regular meetings with our team. I said, guys, of course, we earned the Airbnb Superhost status. We earned the Booking.com Traveler Award. We have everything top notch. But never forget, we are always as good as the last check-in, as the last deal. So when we are getting too cozy, everything is too nicely, that's where I get uncomfortable. I say, okay, what is the next mountain to climb? Because as said, I believe strongly in that you need to push forward. You need to push that boundaries. And this can only happen beyond the flux, beyond the balance.
The technology in your mind, so even the VR, you have technology for it and you're thinking about it. Some companies start running it in this market, but let us know your idea.
Yeah, I think this will be a huge one. This the AI and the VR will help so much for buyers to envision the space they could buy. It could be a huge win for off-plan properties where the developers can come up with the new ideas about selling modular spaces. For example, let's say you are buying a 2-bedroom apartment which comes with a maid's room, but you want to be it a study room. So you could already say before you purchase it, okay, I wanted to have the layout number 3. So you don't need to get the unit first and then tear everything down just to remodel it again. So it's even a more sustainable way. I think it will open a huge number of new opportunities.
Christina, I think your company available 24 hours, right?
Well, sometimes we need to sleep as well. Yeah.
So how much hours per day this business take from your time?
You know, my mantra is work hard but smart. So sometimes I assess myself or we assess each other, because when I feel we are getting too busy, I try to analyze, okay, with what are we actually busy? You know, what are the priorities? Are we busy with meeting our top priorities for today or for this week? Because the priorities shift so fast, you know, the priority from today might not be the priority for tomorrow. So that's why I always reassess the priorities, and I try to work actually less. I want our employees to work less, to have also some fun. It's not all business, also play. It's important, that balance for our employees, not only to have 8 hours at the desk or something. I want them that they feel relevant of what they are doing, that they see how their work impacts the business. And of course I want them to have time for their families as well and their private life. So work hard, yes, but work smart. That's actually my motto.
So you have time for your personal life?
Okay, that's a trick question. So I try. So for me, I'm actually a very ambitious person, and I know it sounds maybe a little bit like a contradiction, but I actually get anxious when I'm not occupied with planning some new plan for the future. So I actually find myself, even when I'm not sitting in the office, I find myself working, but I don't feel it's work. It's more a passion for me. So I can't have a straightforward answer for you, because maybe that depends on how you view work and what is your mindset towards the work.
Is that you enjoying your business because you are the CEO, you are enjoying it because it's a business?
It doesn't matter which position. It's just about seeing something grow and materializing. And sometimes, you have all these little steps and you feel you are not moving forward. But when all these puzzles and all these little steps come together and then you suddenly achieve something great, I think that's the best feeling. And every team member is then also happy and proud of their achievement. So,
Christina, who built your character?
Who built my character? I don't know. It's always said that that your character is being built in your youth. So maybe that's part of it. I was always ambitious in every aspect. As said, I always feel like, okay, it's good, but it could be better. Like I'm my biggest critic. So I don't know. I think this question is too tough for me to answer, to be honest.
Future important, and the future always saying now Ras Al Khaimah is the future. Big project coming, many people coming. I think you will be more busy in the future. So what you prepare for the future also?
For the future, I like to be adaptable. So the big future and really big things will happen in Ras Al Khaimah for sure. But big things are also happening in all of the Emirates, in all of the UAE. So I don't want to go and think ahead of 3 years of now. I want to emerge into these modular spaces more, and from there see where the path takes us, what information comes in, so we will just stay super adaptable to our future plans. I'm not the firm believer, and this is how will it exactly plan out in 5 years and 10 years. Because see, the pandemic also no one could have expected. It just came suddenly. So I just want to be agile and, to adapt and make the best, to make the lemonade out of lemons.
We are living in Middle East culture. We can say this culture, you will not say all, some of this culture don't believe that the woman, she can be in your position. What you will say for all the women over the world to going through the business?
I think they know too little about this culture because, of course, friends from Europe, they have just these some media information and they think that women cannot choose their education.
Right.
But it's quite the opposite. I say you don't know even how women are well educated here. They have all the opportunities the same. And such a safe place for the women, where the women are so much more respected. So I really feel like honored to be here in this place as a woman. I feel very safe to do business here as a woman.
UAE is a target for many people over the world coming here to prove themselves or find their opportunity as an employee or employers. And they need an advice from you. What you will advise them before they come?
There are a couple of advice I can give. Of course, you would still, if you are going to be an entrepreneur, do some market research because, as said, an idea might look shiny on the outside, but the real magic happens when you really turn that idea into real action. But at the same time, I think also you need to be decisive, but yet flexible. So, of course, don't question at every crossroad your decisions. Just stick with your plan. But when you see new data and some employees question the status quo, be humble enough. Be humble enough to recognize that it's time to pivot. It's no shame in changing the direction because you work as a team together. So yeah, be decisive but yet flexible, and there is no shortcut to success. I'm a firm believer, there is no shortcut to success. You really need to work hard, have that persistence, but then nothing can basically go wrong.
Finally, this country, which gives us opportunity that we cannot find it over the world, the security. We can say, and I'm proud of it, the safest country in the world, UAE.
Yes.
Starting from His Highness Sheikh Zayed, who built the first step here, and son of Zayed, they make it #1 in the world. What you will say for the leaders and government for all this opportunity that we have?
I think I cannot say enough things how I feel thankful and even humble. I'm so impressed by the vision, by the leadership, by the strategic forward thinking, how they diversified the economy, built top-notch world-class infrastructure. It's just so impressive, and I don't think you can find it anywhere in the world. So it feels like a place to be, I can grow as a person, and I'm just aligned with the vision the UAE leadership has, and that makes me very, very happy.
Christina, thank you so much to give us this opportunity to be with you, and welcome again in Emirati. Shukran.
Yes, thank you. Shukran.